Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Brand new week. Welcome to our week 3 of our lessons. Welcome to our week 3 of our lessons, where we are doing coding, an exciting journey of giving instructions to the computer. I hope all of you are ready to try something new today. Thank you for being here. We'll try and do something else also today. Just to go through a few things that we have. Our lessons, remember our lessons are available on YouTube. You can go back to them anytime and then go through what we have done in order for you to come up with your own new stuff, to come up with your own new programs. Go through our lessons, you go onto YouTube, you go under Africa Teen Geeks, you'll find each and every topic of our lesson. It is available for you to go through. Okay. And I hope everyone is also registered in Miss Zora. We'll do a brief introduction to Miss Zora before the end of the week, so that we are able to move over to Miss Zora with time. Okay, just to go through a few admin issues. Firstly, thank you to all those who were part of the special guest meeting on Friday and Saturday. I could see some of you there, and thank you for asking those questions. I found that interesting, and especially talking to people that have been working with computers and coding. It was very exciting to me. So please make sure that next time we'll still have maybe a few more guests. Make sure that you join in those meetings so that you know what to expect in this career of coding. Secondly, I want to say there is a very good initiative that we have here. You guys are going to get certificates. You're going to get certificates for attending this coding course. But for you to be able to do that, I need you to be able to fill in your details in a form. The link to the form is here. You can have a look. The link that I've highlighted, make sure that you join it. And I'm also going to add it onto our chats. I'm going to add it onto the chats so that those who want to copy, please, you can copy that link and make sure that you fill in your details. Fill in your details. There is the link. I will leave it there during the course of this lesson so that you can copy, follow that link, and make sure that you provide those details. If you do not fill in that form, you might not get a certificate, and you don't want to lose that important certificate. So please, there is the link on the charts. It's also available on our lessons. You can copy it, but it will be best that you simple copy it from the charts so that you can follow and fill in the required details. During the course of our lessons, please remember you are free to add chats. If ever you have a question or something, send a chat, and then we have an open session right at the end of each lesson where we are able to interact and hear if ever there is a burning issue that you're trying to bring to my attention. Please remember, we help each other in trying to code. Please, if there is further questions or any other thing that you want to make me know, please make sure that you can email send me an email on gwindlovu@africateengeeks.co.za. I will gladly attend to any request that you put there. I'm also going to highlight this and also throw it into the chats for others to copy and use. Okay, that's my email. Please, if you need to some more information, questions, and you want to send them directly to me, there is the email that you can use. I've added it on the chats. Okay, I'm ready now to start. Please remember, any questions, anything, put them on the chats. I'll be checking my chats as I go along, and then major questions right at the end of our session, and I will answer each and every question. I'm going to give you a scenario. I'm going to give you a scenario now that we're going to use and that we're going to design. I'm going to give you a scenario that we're going to use and that we're going to design, and then remember the topic that we're trying to look at today is using the send an orange message block in a game. That's what we'll be looking at. Remember, there was a question even last week, and I said we are going to look at send an orange message block. That's one of the things that we have not used. So I'm going to go through that today. So I'm going to give you a scenario, a very exciting scenario, and we're going to design this program. It is a heavy program in the sense that we have done so many things in Scratch Junior, and we are trying to apply, we're trying to use most of the things that we have been taught so that we design a more interesting and more interactive game for ourselves. So I'm going to go into the scenario quickly. We'll have a game where there is a race between a rabbit and a dog. They will be racing. We'll design that and they will race actually. The scenario says when a green flag is clicked, the rabbit and the dog start racing on two different routes to see who will get to the finish line first. We want to see who will get to the finish line first. Using the grid, find the steps to the right, the steps to the left, the steps going down, and also turning around for each one of them to get to the end. Remember how to turn around? Still remember our first program where we looked at Mary and her dog walking at the park, and we managed to make the dog turn around. So we're starting now to apply, lots of things that we have been taught and trying to come up with a more interesting game. Okay. All of them should reach a dead end. In other words, they should go on to, we'll design a path that is that has got a dead end. And look at what happens when they reach a dead end. They have to turn around. But on reaching that dead end, they should say, I'm lost. So they will get into a block and find that this route is blocked, and then they will say, I'm lost. You know how to add a message, you know how to add a chat, you know how to say, I'm lost. We have done so many messages. Remember, Mary was saying, jump higher in one of our programs. So it will say, I'm lost, and then turn around and start slowly. Remember, when you're running, you do not just dash at once. You have to, first of all, pick up speed. So they're going to start slowly. So we're going to make sure that in our coding, there is some starting slowly, and then they start to pick up the speed. And then, so they will start slowly in the first 3 steps before they pick up the speed. Okay, and then let's see who gets to the end first. Let's see who's going to the end first. So we're going to design our game. We're going to design our platform where they will be running. And then here is a challenge that has been accepted. Let's take this challenge. Let's see how far we can go. Let's see what we can come up with. It's a very nice thing to see a rapid race with a dog on different routes. Let's see what we can come up with. We are ready now to start. We're ready now to start the designing of the route, first. That's what we're going to do. And we're going to add a flag. We're going to draw our own flag, and then we're going to add a rabbit. We're going to add a dog, and then obviously the routes would design those. And then the turning to the right and left, that's our coding. The speaking there that says I'm lost, the slowing down and the picking up of the speed. So that's what we'll be doing. Let's go into Scratch Junior. Let's go into Scratch Junior quickly so that we can start coding. Let's see what we can do. Okay, I'm going to stop sharing this one and then I'm going to bring up my Scratch Junior. Okay, ready? Are we all ready? Get into Scratch Junior. If you're watching, just sit back, watch and see so that you'll be able to do it by yourself. Okay, here we are. We're going to start a new project. I've clicked on new project. There it opens up, and just for interest's sake, let me give it a name right at the beginning. Let me give it a name right at the beginning. Let me call it competition. That's a big word. Let's say rapid race. Okay, let's say rapid race. How do you name? Remember at the corner there, when you go to that corner and then you click there, it's saying project 6 to me. Yours might be different, project 7, depending on the number of projects that we have done. I'm going to say the rapid race. Rapid race. Okay, there we go, rapid race. And I'll click on the tick. So there we go. I've added a name. On our project, and I'm ready to start. Firstly, let me start off by designing them. That's what is going to take a lot of our time. Designing the background. Let's design the background. That's what is going to take our time. First of all, let's remove this character. So I'm going to click on the character once and hold, and then the X comes up and I'm able to delete that character. Okay, I'm ready now to add a background. I'm able now to design the place where they will be racing. Okay, so I'm going to go on to backgrounds. You know how to get backgrounds now. So I'm going to click over there. Don't worry about that. I was trying my own there. Let's design our own. So I'm going to go on to paint. We're going to paint our own. Get to the screen where we have our paint and we are ready to paint our own race platform. We're ready to paint our race platform. Okay. Firstly, let me start off with a box. I'm going to start off with a square, a rectangle. So I'm going to draw it from right at the corner there. I'm going to draw it from the corner there. Okay, there is my platform. The race will be done here. Please add that box. It will be in this race. That's the first one. And then still on the blocks, I need to add the first block. I've already selected choose the color that you want. Remember how to choose your color. I'm using black. You can choose any other color that you want. I'm going to add my first block here. There we go. I need them to start from here. That is my first one. Okay, I hope you're following. We're going to design. Please, it doesn't have to follow what I have done, but make sure that there is a what? There is a path, there is a race platform where these are going to compete. I'm going to add another box over here. I'm going to add another box over here. Okay, I've added those two boxes. Ideally, this first box, the second box here that I'm pointing at, that's where I'm going to place maybe my dog or my rabbit, and then also on the other side, so that when they start, they will try and get in this side. Okay, still drawing, still on the blocks, on the squares, I can take just that whole block over there. Okay. I hope you're following. I hope you're following. We're designing, we're drawing our own place where they are going to race. We're designing our own place where they're going to race. Okay. Still on the boxes, I'm going to add another box that stretches from here up to there. Okay. People are struggling with the boxes. Please take your time. This is how you design the boxes. Remember, our simple click on the tick here just to demonstrate again how I got to this point. Remember, remember we went on to background here. After going on to background, we chose paint. After choosing paint, you get to a plain background that didn't have these boxes. And then how do you work on the background? If you go on to background here, and then you choose a plain background, and then you click on the tick here, there we go. And remember, on the background, we want to add a new one. Sorry, I clicked on add a plain background, which was wrong. I was supposed to choose a new background. Let me redo it again. When you come onto the background, you're going to choose paint. That's how you choose a background. You choose paint, and then here are the boxes. We said our first box will be the outer box. I drew it over there. Okay. And then from there on, still on the box, I took my first inside box. From there, I took two boxes. Okay, and then also another two boxes here. I said I'm assuming the cat might be, the rabbit might be positioned somewhere here, and maybe the dog over on the other side. And then, going on, I had to also add here another box, another longer box here. Still on the box, click over there. and then make sure that we have got a long box. It's still fine. You can design it the way you want, as long as there is a path that the rabbit can go in and the dog can go in. We're just designing a path, as long as it will have somewhere where it will move, as long as it will have somewhere where it will move. You don't necessarily have to follow through what I'm drawing. You have to design your own platform where the rabbit and the dog are going to run. I'm still adding boxes. Probably drag it down up to somewhere there, and over here I'm also going to put another box over there. Okay, I'm assuming it will leave from here and then get in here. So I need to sort of close this place so that it can go down. Close this place and also close this place. I can still use boxes. I can still use boxes since I'm drawing boxes. I can still block it with boxes. I need it to go down there, and then I can still use even another box there. I don't need it coming this way. And then add another box over there, a longer one. It comes down and probably turns over there, This one comes down, it will turn somewhere there. Okay, so I'm going to make this maybe my trap. So I'm going to close it here using a line. So I'm going to pick on the line, and close it somewhere there. So if one of the characters comes running down and then turns this way, you'll find that over here it's blocked. Okay. Then come on to the other side, this side, pick a box again.
Okay, not again.
Try your best. It doesn't necessarily have to be the same as mine, but as long as you're following up on a path, that the characters can follow. Okay, I'm adding another box. Let me add this one right up to the end here, and then probably add another one here. I can undo if it's not what I wanted. Take a box again and draw it the way I want. Take it right up to the end. And then over here, maybe just put a line, not a box. A line separating the two. Probably up to there. Okay. So this is a trap. If it runs up to this point, you find that no, there's no way this side, and then has to turn and come back. This is also a trap. You find that there's no way that side, and you turn back. Here, I want to block maybe this particular place here. So I'm still dealing with the line, and then draw over there. Okay. And then now on this side, I just want to finish up on this side. I'm assuming this one will turn, maybe come down this way. So I'm going to add another box here. This one may be stretching that way. Okay. And then maybe a last box over there. Last box over there. Okay, there we go. But I don't want both of them make their parts meeting. So I'm going to close this one over here. I'm going to close this one over here. So I'm going to add a line going down there. Okay, there we go. And then our finishing point will be at this other corner. So take your time, draw something. I can see here, check, for example, the other animal can come this way, run this way, maybe run onto a closed block here, turn back, come back this way, then go down, and then the finishing point right at the end there, finishing point right at the end there. And then the other one might also come from here, it comes down, tries this way, find that it's blocked, come back, come down this way, this way, this way, this way, this way, this way, and then come right up to the end. I'm assuming that the end will be somewhere there. So I'm going to give you time to try and finish up the drawing of the boxes. They don't have to be as many. Just design a way. But it becomes more interesting, you know, when the way is also sort of complex and not as easy, you know, it becomes more interesting that way. So you should learn to, when you're coding, you know, you like a game where there is adventure, where there is more challenge. An easy game where you can see that the path is just like, oh, I move over there, then I've got to the finishing point. So as a game designer, you need to make sure that you try and give your users a platform where they can get sort of a challenge, where they can get sort of a challenge. So I'm giving you just a minute or so to finish up, and we use this background. I hope you're doing well there. I hope you're doing well. You getting there, ready to use your background. If you want to shade it, you can shade the background. If you want to shade the background, you can do shade your background. Maybe as we wait for those who are still drawing, let's be shading. Let's be shading our own backgrounds. Some of the blocks, you know, shade them dark so that the person does not go in there. Okay. Okay, we have only drawn a background. We've only drawn a background and want to use this background for a game. As long as you design a place where two characters can run and race, up to our winning point is going to be somewhere there. Our winning point is going to be somewhere at the far corner. And then the other one is going to use this path. Remember, we go right up to the end over there. And remember, we said we're trying to make sure that each and every path has got a trap, so that someone can get lost. Someone can get lost and only find out when it gets to the end that, okay, this one was a dead end. So that's what we're doing here. Design that, we will just shade a few. I'll pick a paint that I will choose to shade. Shade this one in green. I'm shading my blocks in green. You can choose any color that you want to use for shading your race course. Remember, how did we do that? You make sure that the paint bucket is already here, and then you choose the color of your choice, and then fill in the places that you want in green. Okay, I'm trying to fill up there. I've filled up my parts here, so that they are now more clearer now. You know, the animal can easily go now, but remember those traps. We still need them so that it can get lost somewhere. Okay. I hope you're finishing up your design now. I'm ready to go on and start using the I'm ready to start using the backgrounds so that we start coding. You don't have to necessarily follow my design. You can design yours so that you're able to have a race. You can design your own so that you're able to follow a race. I'm ready to use this background now on the program. So I'm going to click on the tick so that I apply it. Those that are still lagging behind, please make sure that you go see the video so that you keep up with where we are. Okay, there we go. Remember, I wanted to remove this character. I'm going to remove this character. How do I remove? I have to hold and click on the X. Okay. And the backgrounds, I only need one background. I don't need the other background. So I can click and hold, and then I'm able to delete that particular background. So my background is ready. I now need to add my two characters, the rabbit and the dog. Put maybe the rabbit somewhere here and then the dog over there so that they can all start running the race and going in like that. I'm going to give you just 30 seconds to try and put up your characters, put up the rabbit, make sure it's small and fit there, and then the dog also to fit over there. Okay, ready to add the dog, Remember where you add the characters on this other side, and then you go and pick on the what? On the dog. Okay, I've added the dog, but it is so big. I need to reduce it. Make sure that you reduce it so that it is the proper size that we want. How do you reduce? You click on the, make sure that you are on the dog character here, and then you come and choose this one, and then you come and choose shrink, And then when you click on the shrink, it becomes smaller and smaller. I think that could be, okay, slightly smaller. Let me see how it will look like when I'm putting it on full screen. It's still fine, it's still fine. It looks fine to me if I put it on full screen. Okay, I need the dog to first of all take a step. So I'm going to remove here and then put grid lines. Make sure that the grid lines are there. Grid lines, make sure that the grid lines are there. This makes it easy. So I need the dog to take a step first before it can go in. Let me put it over there. Okay. I've placed the dog at the right position. I'm going to also add the rabbit. I'm going to add the rabbit, and so click on the plus sign. Same way as I added the dog, I'm going to pick on the rabbit and then add it. Make it smaller, make it smaller. You know how to shrink it. Shrink the rabbit. Okay, and then take it to also the same place. Over there. Okay, there we go. So they will all take how many? 2 steps. 1, 2 before they go in. 1, 2 before they go in. So I've added those 2 characters. The racetrack is minimized after we move to the coding screen. How do we make it fit onto the screen? Check quickly. My racetrack is fitted over there. Did you make sure that you made it fill the whole screen when you were designing? I hope you didn't make it smaller. Remember when I designed mine, I made sure that it filled up almost the whole screen when I was drawing. If you make something that will only cover maybe a few grid lines, that might be a problem also. Maybe you didn't choose a full screen from the beginning when you were drawing. You tried to zoom in and then it filled the screen. Okay. We'll move on. Check here. Here's the rabbit. Here's the dog. I'm ready to start coding on that. I will attend to someone who's got a minimized screen or a zoomed screen. Okay. Those 2 characters, they are there. They are ready now to start the race. But if you still remember, I said I wanted a flag. So if someone clicks on a flag that says start, the rabbit and the dog should start running. So I'm also going to add another character. Please follow through with me. Here is the rabbit, here is the dog. They are first 2 characters. I'm going to add another character that I'm going to draw. I'm going to draw a flag. So after coming to this, go again to draw. Go again to draw. I want to draw a flag. Go back to draw on paint. Okay, I want to draw a flag. I'm going to take a box and probably put a box here. There is my box. And then I need the stick that holds the flag. So I'll come and draw on the line and then draw a line over here. Okay, and then I need the flag shaded. I need the flag shaded. I have already used a green background, so I can't shade my flag green. Let me shade my flag blue. Let me shade it blue. And how do you shade? First of all, go on to paint here. Here at the bottom right, click on that one, and then after clicking on that one, come and pick, I'll pick on light blue, and then click inside. It has been painted blue. It has been painted blue. This is my flag. This is my flag. Okay. I'm ready with my flag. I can add, and even I can name it there as a what? As a flag. I can name it there as a flag. And then click on the tick. There is the flag. I need someone clicking on the flag. So I'm going to position it on the top right-hand corner. Put it over there. There is the flag. And I can even reduce its size a little. I can even reduce its size a little. So bring down, shrink, and then click on that. There is my flag. There is my blue flag. Okay. And then I can even choose that I want the word start with next to the flag. I can choose that I need the word start, the word start. So how do you add words? You can add words using ABC. I'm going to add a word saying what? Start. Okay, I'm going to type here start. I don't want it too large, so I'm going to come and choose a little bit smaller size, and then I think that is fine. There is my start. I will drag it, and I want it right on the flag there. Okay, there we go. Now we are ready now to start coding. We are ready now to start coding. And probably we need to also add something there for finish. We can add words finish, finish here, so that we know that this is our finishing point. Let's add the words right at the corner, bottom right corner there, that say finish. By saying start, we'll click on start and they start running. It's just like when they shoot the gun for starting a race. When we click there, they should start racing. Okay, let me add the words finish. Over there, finish. Okay, also change the size, the medium size, and then that's fine. And then I will drag it right up to the finish. Okay, there is my word finish. Okay, I'm ready now to start coding. I'm ready now to start coding. And I'm going to demonstrate when the message, coding on the yellow message. Okay, remove the sizing block. Check whether I have the sizing blocks. Remove all the sizing blocks. Okay. Our program runs when someone clicks on start. When someone clicks on start. So we go on to this flag and then we choose on click. We choose on click. I'm going to choose on click. When someone clicks on the flag, what should happen? Let's say there's a message that says go, right? Let's put a message that says go. I'm going to come here and say go. There. Okay. And then what happens when you click on start? You need those ones starting. So there should be a message that should be sent from the time you click the flag to what? To trigger those to start working. So that's where we use the send message, orange message send. So go on to this block. Look at those last two that we have over there. Look at those last two that we have over there. If you click on the last one, hold and click, it says send orange start message. So that's the one that I want. So I need to send a start message. So I'm going to send a start message. Okay, so in other words, when I click there, it sends a message for starting. Where is it sending that message to? It should be sending that message to the dog and to the rabbit. So I'll then go on to the dog and the rabbit and code that when they receive that message, then they should start running. Okay, so let me start off with the dog. Let me start off with the dog over there. Look at those last two that we have over here. Look at those last two. This was sending, but I need receiving when the dog receives. So I'm going to click on this one. I'm going to pick on this one. When the dog receives that message, what should it do? First, it has to move 2 steps. That's the first thing that it should do. It should move 2 steps. So when it receives, it should move to this direction, 2 steps. Okay, there. And it is ready now to, if it moves 2 steps, it comes here, it is ready now to move down this way. I'm going to copy this same message. Probably move how many steps going down. Let's add moving steps down. It's already here if it moves 2. So it will move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I need it getting lost. So I will say 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 steps. 4 steps. It should move 4 steps going down. So I should add what? Move 4 steps going down. I can choose what? 4. Okay. Let me see what happens now. Did I copy that to the rabbit? No. Come back to the dog. Copy that to the what? To the rabbit. And I can now do a trial run and see what happens. We're saying when we run this program, I'll come and click on start. And then after clicking on start, because I'm clicking on the flag, it will say go. And then it will send a message to the dog and also send a message to the rabbit. And what happens when the rabbit receives the message? It will start moving 2 steps to the front, and the dog also, when receiving the message, it will move 2 steps to the front. So they are all starting at the same time when they receive the message. Okay, so I'm ready to do a trial run of that. I'm going to click on run. Let me put it on presentation mode. Here we go. And then I'm going to click on start. It says go, and then they start moving. Did you see that? Did you see them move? Okay, that is what we have coded so far. We've coded that when I click on the flag, it will say go, and then they start moving. Okay, the reason why I made them stop here, because I now have to code the dog so that it can try this route. I have to code that the rabbit, instead of the 4 steps, it has to continue maybe some more steps, or maybe try this route, or it can go past and try that route up to the end, and then see that it is wrong and then turn around. So that's what we have done so far. So I'm going to go back to the coding side. Okay, I'm going to go back to the coding side and go on and say, go back to presentation mode. I'm ready to code further. So we are going to code each one of them individually. We're not going to code them with the same code because their roots are not the same. So let's work on the rabbit first and see how it is supposed to move until it gets up to the finish line. Okay, and then we'll then have to code on the dog how it's supposed to move until it gets to the finish line. So this is the task that we have now. But before we carry on that, please have a look at this. Have a look at this. I said move down 4 times. If I wanted, I could have said move down once instead of saying move down 4 times. But bring in the repeat. If you still remember the repeat, I could bring in the repeat here and say repeat bring down the repeat. Look at that. Okay, I've joined repeat here, but repeat comes with the number 4. Do I want it repeating 4 times? Because it's already doing the 1 step. So I need it repeating 3 times instead of 4 times. So I can change this from a 4 to a 3. Okay, so this will also do the same thing for the rabbit. It will also do the same thing. It moves 2 steps. When it receives the message, it moves 2 steps. I could have also said move 1 step and repeat that twice. See? So that's how you can use repeat. That's how you can use repeat. So it's taking 1 step 3 times. It will take 1 step 3 times. And that will now make it move the number of steps that we want. So you are free to use any of the tools that we have here. You are free to use any of the tools that we have here. But do I want it stopping there? This is the rabbit. Do I want it stopping there? I need it to go maybe right up to the end. So maybe say 1 step, how many times? Let me try 8 times. I'll check quickly. Remember, it moves those first 2 steps. It's moving from there. It will move 1, 2, and then going down, it will move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So instead of me adding move 1 step 13 times, I could just say move 1 step and then add here 12. Let's do a trial run of that and see what happens. Let's do a trial run of that and see what happens. I'm going to go on and put presentation mode. There is presentation mode. Take my rabbit to the beginning and also the dog to where it's supposed to be. And then I'm ready to click on run and then click on start. Look at that. I'm 1 step short. I'm 1 step short. So instead of using 12 there, I can use 13. Okay, I'm 1 step short. So that's how you use repeat. You need to be able to know how to use things like repeat. So instead of using 12 there, I need to use what? 13. I'm sorry. That should be not 33. It should be 13. Okay, it's moving 1 step 13 times. It's moving 1 step 13 times. So instead of putting move 1 step or saying move 13, I could have also added what? Repeat moving 1 step 13 times. Okay. Thereafter, it finds that this is a dead end. Remember, it was going to say I'm lost. So we need it saying a message. So I'm going to add a message here saying I'm lost. It will say, oh, I'm lost. I'm lost. Okay, so there it says that message. Then what should it do when it says that message? It should actually go back. It should go back. So it was moving down. So it has to go and move up. So I can bring in move up. How many times I will use repeat? It's over here. It will move 1, 2, 3, 4 times. So I can say just move up 4 times and then join that. Okay. So it is ready now to 10. It's ready now to 10. I'll just make it 10 over there, and then I think we'll stop after it is 10. You can finish up this program on your own spare time. Okay. And then how many steps do I want it 10? I'm moving that way. It will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, maybe 14 steps so that it can see that it's lost also. 14 steps. Okay. Let me try a trial run again. I'm going to go into presentation mode, take my characters back to the beginning, and see how they perform now. Okay, there we go. And then I'm ready to run the program, and then I can click on start, go. There we go. Okay, we have coded so far that the rabbit can run up to that point. But remember, one of the issues that I had brought in the story, that when it gets to the end, it should start off slowly. So we have to modify our coding so that when it gets here, and after that message that I'm lost, it should start off slowly. Remember how you get to slow movement. How you get to slow movement. Remember on the here, this one, set speed. It should start off slowly. When moving up here, it should start off slowly, and then it will pick up after 3 steps. After 3 steps, it should pick up speed. So we need to also modify and work on that. So far, our program, that's what it can do. That's what we have done so far, and we are looking forward to finishing this program for the dog and for the rabbit, and later on, modify it and have controls such that you can control with an arrow pointing to the left, an arrow pointing to the right, and so on and so on. But the essence of this lesson was actually to try and look at when you actually send an orange start message. We have already done that. When we click on the flag, it sends an orange start message, sending that message to the dog, sending that message to the rabbit. And then when the dog and the rabbit receive that message, what should they do? They start running. Okay, that's what we have done so far. Please try and finish up. It would be nice that you finish up that program and you find that it's running. I'm going to check on the chats that are available. I don't see any chats available. Remember, this is the coding that we have on the rabbit. We're trying to finish off the rabbit first before we finish off the dog. But just going through the coding again, here is the flag. When we click on the flag, it says go and then sends an orange message. When we dog receives the message, it starts moving 2 steps and then moves 4 steps down. When the rabbit receives the message, it moves 2 steps and repeats moving 1 step down 13 times, and then gets to the end here and says, oh, I'm lost, and then moves back up 4 times. Remember, we have to do something here to make sure that it is moving slowly. It has to pick up speed first and then move 14 times on the other direction. So that is what we have done so far. I think it's exciting, and we'll be able to finish it and see how it runs. I'm going to open up this for questions so that we attend to the questions. Chats one more time. I think we're fine on the chats, and then questions now. Okay, start with Zanele. Zanele, do you have a question?
Just for the sake of keeping the utility, because even now the 59 are way more than what I coded. What I coded as well.
Okay.
You know, so
Nyasha?
We'll find. Let's find with
One question. What is
Hold on, Nyasha. There's sound that is coming through. Let me just quickly find out.
How it's going on now.
Okay, Nyasha, go on.
okay? I am done already with the maze.
You are done with the maze?
Yeah. I mean,
wow.
Yes.
The whole maze. Please listen here, Nyasha. I need you now to try and add. Go and draw moving points. Go on to your background here and draw your own moving points. Maybe draw an arrow pointing to the right, an arrow pointing to the left, an arrow pointing to the top, and the arrow pointing down. And then modify your program such that when someone clicks on the arrow pointing up, maybe the rabbit moves up. And when someone clicks on the arrow pointing to the what? To the right, it moves to the right. So design controls here. Design each control, a control at a time, the right control, and then add the left control, add the upward control, and the downward control individually, and then start coding on them so that each one of them can do what you want it to do.
Okay. But I want to ask one question. Why was the noise when the coding was starting? Why was the noise? Why was the noise? Why was the noise when it was almost done? There was noise. I heard noise.
Yeah, I think there were people that were unmuted, but then we have sorted it out.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Nyasha. Lebuseng, do you have a question?
Sir, how do you make the rabbit go down and
teacher, I think she wants to know how do you open up this whole maze to see at the bottom, because that's what we're struggling with.
To see at the bottom, how do you
open up the whole maze?
Is yours zoomed in or zoomed out?
Well, I am not sure.
Okay. It could happen that your maze is actually zoomed in, and you can't see the whole of it. And I'm saying maybe it would be, oh, what? I've changed my background. Okay, so what you need to do is on your drawing, when you design your background from the beginning, make sure that when you design it, it fits. Look at the screen where I am. It fits right up to the end there, right? And if you pick this maximum screen, it will also fill the same screen on Scratch. If I draw from, for example, if I draw this box from here right up to the end, check, up to there, this is the same screen size as that one that you find on Scratch.
Okay.
Okay. Piwa and Orabile will be the last one. Piwa? Piwa?
teacher?
Yes.
There was a meeting.
Yes.
Teacher was the meeting on Friday and Saturday.
Yes, there was a meeting with our special guests. Were you there?
Yes, teacher.
No.
Thank you very much for
you couldn't log in.
Oh, you couldn't log in. I think it's also available on YouTube. You can, I'm going to cross-check, but I think it should also be available on our YouTube channel so that you'll be able to go through.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh. Sorry.